So just a little update here of what I've been doing. So I've had a fully functioning kind of power system, I guess you could call it. So let me just demonstrate this now. I really should have put the items closer together, but that's fine. It is what it is. We're here now. Need to add some variation on that sound. So you can find items, you can pick up items, item in the hand. I don't have the exact model for now, but you can drop it as well. But let's go take this because we're going to need this. I think I've already shown this, so nothing too crazy here. Quite a lot of fog, I think that's nice. Okay, so in here, let's chuck this on there, turn that on, get the generator. It's very loud. Get the power going. Power is now on. Little scare, does nothing. I'm going to remove it in all honesty. I was just testing something out. Welcome to the hub, the radio communications room. I've built a real-time broadcast system based on UTC, on the real broadcast times for each of the number stations. Forgive me if I'm rambling. I'm quite tired. So let me try and explain this as best I can. So we have a list of stations. So let me go ahead and get that open now. Here, so we've got the frequencies, the identifier, the broadcast times, and the broadcast sounds, I guess. It would have been better if I had actually queued one up to play for you, but it's obvious how this works. So our next station, so we're going to let the user know when they can hear the next station and what frequency they can hear it on. For the currently, so this is the currently active frequency, whether it has an identifier and whether you're locked onto the signal or not. Meaning, basically, it just means, does it have a marker sound or is it broadcasting? So the best way for me to do this would be to start with the buzzer, which we know is 4625. And it just buzzes, that's all that does. So we're now locked onto the frequency. We have its identifiers. This translation bit is going to be used for the puzzles. So if I plan to do Morse code or Russian or German or Spanish, or I'm going to have whatever the broadcast is, however I do the puzzle, then I'm going to have the translation into English just so the players don't have to do it, obviously, because that's not fun. And then I have the local time and the UTC time, so anyone who plays, it's converted into their time. So depending on what time you play the game, depends on what kind of broadcast you hear. So I'm going to need a lot of these to kind of scatter around the place, just so that it's never kind of boring. So I'm going to probably have repeat ones. If I just get them to play like kind of every hour and select like a minute or something. But I don't want too many things playing at the same time because it uses your system performance to obviously do that. And for people with not so great computers, they may struggle a bit. I have a lot of optimizations to make, but I think this is good enough kind of for now. I'm really starting to make headway on kind of how I want to set the puzzles up and things like that. So if you got any ideas for the kind of puzzles and things like that and how you kind of want them to work, please let me know. I'd love to chat about them because I keep falling into kind of a ditch and I don't really kind of know how I want to go through with the puzzles. Essentially, I know I want there to be a broadcast. Maybe it's part 1, part 2, part 3 of a pre-recorded broadcast, something that I create, or something that we can dynamically create. Ideally, I want dynamic because it's different every time, but I don't know if that's feasible within my skill set as of yet. So maybe with the early access, I might just start off with pre-recorded. This is part 1. Decode this first bit, do something, Cool. Unlock the second bit, decode the second bit, do something else, and then up to the final bit, and then get out. So that's going to be kind of the real push for September, is kind of making... I know that we started off with a core gameplay loop, but I'm now just trying to fill that in essentially, rather than just what it was previously, which was punch in this number. And then I don't think it does anything at the moment. I could be wrong. No, it doesn't do anything. So I thought it was going to start reading out the numbers, but I think I've deleted them. I've just noticed that I've set the volume to 0 and I can still hear it. I can't anymore. Now I just sound like a crazy person. Okay. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed seeing this thus far. I know it's not too great, but I'm really happy about this computer looking thing. I need to give it like an actual model and put it inside an actual computer and actually kind of design it how I want to design it. And then that should be kind of all good to go. Got the translations bit. I don't think there's anything else other than creating the atmosphere and kind of the core gameplay that I kind of want to happen. I don't know if I want to kind of manage kind of... I've been thinking about a kind of like toxicity level, I guess you could call it, which could increase the aggression of the environment as well as you solving puzzles. So with the generator on, the vent comes out here, but this vent's broken, so I was thinking of having some kind of gas come out essentially and fog up the room. That's really cool. I haven't been able to show yet because that's on a timer. So I'm going to get distracted now, but every minute I think it is, one of these lights will randomly flicker. Well, it could be one. I mean, it could. There's a probability in there that every single one of them could do it at the exact same time. It's very highly unlikely, but it may happen. And just a random light just flickers as you walk around the place, and I think it's got like a 1% chance to do it or something like that. And I think that's with every minute. I think that was working kind of good for me. Yeah, back to the toxicity thing. So with the like toxic gas coming out through the generator because the vent's broken, so it's not taking it out of the facility or something like that. Maybe you need to find a gas mask and then keep filters up or something like that. And then if you don't have your gas mask on, you start getting like a toxicity level, and then that increases your kind of hallucinations and aggression within the environment. And as soon as you put it on, it kind of calmed down based on where you are at in the kind of puzzle sequence. So I was thinking of having like 4 aggression levels where you start from 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0 has been no aggression at all. You've just come into the facility. You're learning the area. I don't really know what's going on. And then 1, you've solved the first puzzle. You now know what's going on. The environment now doesn't like you here. And then when you solve the second puzzle, 2 really doesn't like you. 3rd, and then okay, you need to leave because we're coming to kill you, essentially, or something along the lines of that. But if you've got any ideas, something that you'd like to see, anything that you've seen thus far that you find interesting, anything that you find that's going to be a bit shit, so I'd rather not, please let me know kind of as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you so much.